You can't put me in a box or a category because my story is not the average rap jargon I'm talking. I have a pop and he and my mom's was married, but he's a hustler.
Hi, so what I'm going to do today is show you this attack. If you see the base, it's a pretty max Town Hall 8. It has the max walls for Town Hall 8. It has the max air defenses, wizards, and archer towers. Um, so this is a very good base to attack, and the fact that you can have a 3-star on this base on a Town Hall 8 from a Town Hall 8, you have to assume that the other person has max troops to be able to do this. But if your deployment is on point, then that's not the case, because every base is going to have a weakness. So in this case, what happens with this design of this base is that it's meant to, first of all, stop a dragon attack. So if you are at max Town Hall 8 level and you are still being 3-starred by dragons, then your base is not good at all. Dragons is the very first Town Hall 8 attack that you learn, and so it's supposed to transition you and get you to where you need to be for Town Hall 8 in war. Like, it's always your backup attack. So that's like one of the first things that you should think about when you are picking a base to have. This attack is actually not a dragon attack, it's a GOVAHO at Town Hall 8 level. And why a GOVAHO and not a go wipe, or perhaps just a GOHO normally? One of the reasons is going to be because you have a couple of spots for possible bombs. You have a spot there, that you can only fit one there. And then it could also be right here, but then it could also be Tesla's there. However, the reason why it makes this dangerous is because you always want to take out, doing a GOVAHO, you always want to take out the king. When you're doing a GOHO, you want to take out the king first, because what you don't want to do is that you don't want to end up in towards the end of the raid and you only have a few hogs left, and then your king ends up taking them down because it chases them all over the place. So that's what you want to do for a GOHO. So if you look at the base in itself, it is very possible that you're not going to succeed, because unless somebody has already hit this base and you can see where the bombs and other traps are. So in judging from this, GOVAHO was the best option to go. And if we go and we look at what Kakarot used, is very, very simple. It's actually mid Town Hall 8 type of troops. So if you notice here, you have, for Town Hall 8, you have maxed wizards. You have level 3 hogs. So with level 3 hogs, you can still always get a 3-star. But if you fail to figure out where the bombs are, you're not going to get there. You're not going to get there because as soon as one bomb explodes, anything that hits that hog kills it right after that. He brings 4 Valkyries of his own, level 1. And then he requests on a 25 space War CC max Valkyries. So he wants to have a number of 7. And then he brings 2 golems, 2 level 1 golems. His spell composition is of 3 earthquakes. He requests another earthquake to have 4 and break walls, and 2 heal spells. So with 2 heal spells, he is supposed to keep his wizards alive and his hogs alive. And if you do this properly, or choose the best way to enter the base, um, then it can be done. But as you can see, all around the base, you have 3 layers of walls that you have to go through. So if you use wall breakers and then you break the middle compartment, that's an option there. But he does not have wall breakers. And then also, preferably, you probably want to, initially, you would want to come in through here because that's where your king is, right? And then, but what can happen is that once you get to the center part, you could begin to walk. Golems can begin to walk while they're taking fire from those wizards. So this is what Kakaru did, and it was very smart on his part. And that was to open the walls there, that opened several compartments. And of course, he begins with the golems first. He begins his funneling process. However, what I would have changed from that to have more wizards in the middle would have been to not deploy these 2 wizards. Um, the reason being is because then if you deployed one more wizard here and one more wizard here, um, they would start closing in to the middle, and then they will begin to go that way. So that's the idea behind there. At the same time, when you launch your Valks, because there would be nothing here on this side and on this side, then your Valkyries would then have nowhere to go but through here and into the center part. And that's what you want to have. That's what you want to do for this type of attack. And that's exactly what he does, a little bit with a little luck. And I say with a little luck here is because at this point, you have all the CCs coming out, and your wizards are still very far ahead. I'm sorry, very far behind. So these loons could probably take out your golems if you were not just the right amount of lucky. So as soon as that spell factory goes down, the Valkyries come in, and that could be very bad because the Valkyries could go right where the golem is, and the loons can then hit it, and then goodbye Valkyries. But one of the things that is happening now is that once the Valkyries have gone in, all 7 of them, some of them went into the middle and some of them went to the outside, but they will find their ways back in because there is nothing else for them to hit. That's not okay. Sometimes they're going to be have their mindset on a wall, and they would hit a wall just like the queen does. At this point, he begins his hog deployment. I would have liked to seen a different type of hog deployment instead of all of these hogs going into here and then into here and then somewhere here. And the reason being is because if the double giant bombs are here, then what do? Now, you could already see that they were right here and then they went into the middle where there is another one. But what if they would have been on this side right here? If they would have been there, the hogs would have gone here, 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 and there. And that would have been the end of the raid. But luckily for him, there was Teslas there. And so what ends up happening is he can heal, and he can get some of the wizards that will be walking in through there, and then also hogs. And the wizards are pretty much entertained with the golems, so the hogs get to live just for a little bit longer. And um, and the king breaks the wall to go tank for the wizard. So again, he gets just a little bit lucky there in that sense. And I think you have to be when you're attacking a same town hall level, and that town hall level has max defenses, then you do have to always be you have a little luck on your side on what happens with each troop. Um, you would just see that every day. The golems were alive, so they were able to tank for those cannons, and that's the end of the raid right there. So I mean, I could just fast forward this and have that. Now, one of the things I want to focus on again is his troops. You have 4 level 1 Valkyries, 2 level 1 golems, and 15 level 3 hogs. This is outstanding. And so, big shout out to Kakarut. I think that's how you say his name. Um, let's see if we can see more of that from him.
Yeah, another one.